It began as a tidy double segment on The View, two big personalities, one big table, four seasoned hosts to keep it civil. But civility has a short fuse when pride and public myths collide. Johnny Depp arrived draped in old Hollywood Calmer dark suit, charcoal scarf, rings flashing like small comets. Prince Harry entered with modern royal gravity, his jaw set like a locked door. Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg opened with warm laughter, mugs clinking as the audience settled in. But yellow lights and pastel backdrops promised calm seas and good manners. "Okay, America," Joy drawled, "we have a treat. Two men who know a thing or two about headlines. Please welcome Johnny Depp and Prince Harry." Applause swelled. Johnny offered his trademark half-smile. Harry delivered a polite British half-wave and sat straight-backed. Whoopi started easy. "Gentlemen, welcome." "I feel under-accessorized," she teased Johnny, eyeing the rings. "Mostly habit," he said, voice low, "and a little superstition." Laughter, smooth as cream. The mood felt safe. Joy lobbed the first question. "Johnny, after decades in the business, does a set feel different now?" "You learn to listen more than you talk," he said. "And when you do talk, make sure your words didn't show up dressed in yesterday's clothes." The line landed. A murmur of appreciation. Then Sonny pivoted. "And does that listening extend to public narratives?" "Yours has been a broken bar noisy." Johnny's smile twitched. "The volume knob's never been mine to control," he said. "Just the melody." Harry glanced sideways. Joy clocked it, our host radar catching static. She swung to him. "Harry, what's your melody these days?" "Service," he said crisply. "Mental health advocacy, veterans' well-being, using a spotlight for those who don't get one." "Plays well," Whoopi nodded. Joy grinned. Two men familiar with misinterpretation, different lanes, same highway. "Do you ever look at each other's stories and think, but for the grace of editors?" "I try not to gawk at car crashes," Johnny said dryly. Harry's smile was tight. "Then it happened." Joy asked Johnny about choosing roles. "What's the first thing you look for?" "The heartbeat," Johnny said. "If I can't hear it, I can't play it. And if the heartbeat is vanity, I'm deaf." Harry's voice slid in, soft but barbed. A convenient philosopher when you don't take responsibility for the noise. The studio air dropped 10 degrees. Joy's eyes widened. Whoopi lifted a hand. "Complete sentences at this table, gentlemen." Harry adjusted his cuff. "Listening is admirable," he said, voice cool. "But there's a difference between listening and hiding behind poetry when people were actually hurt." Johnny sat back, velvet calm masking steel. "If you've got a ledger, put it on the table," he said. "We're among friends and cameras." The conversation veered, hosts trying to patch holes with jokes and pivots, but Harry wasn't done. "Some of us had to discover what it means when the brand becomes bigger than the person," he pressed. Johnny's eyes glinted. "Some of us discovered that before social media learned how to aim," he said evenly. "We can trade memoir titles if you like." Laughter flickered, thin as ice. When the break ended, tension had steeped like bitter tea. Whoopi tried to reset. "Johnny, you've said art saved you." "Harry, you've said service saved you." "What's the difference between salvation and survival?" "Survival's animal," Johnny said. "Salvation's when you choose to keep your hands open even after the fire burns you." "Art gives me that choice every day." The audience clapped. Harry didn't. "Beautiful metaphor," he said, tone dripping. "But some of us don't have the luxury of hiding behind guitars and paintbrushes. Some of us were born into real duty, not costumes and cameras." Gasps. Joy winced. Johnny didn't blink. "You were born into duty," he said, voice like glass. "And here you are on a daytime talk show telling the world how unfair your palace was." The audience roared like a middle school cafeteria. Harry shot back. "I chose freedom for my wife, my children, my sanity." "Something you never learn, Edda. You're still chained to your scandals." The ghost of the Heard trial entered the room. Everyone felt it. Johnny's smile died. his tone cut. At least my mistakes are mine. I paid for them. Your whole persona rests on a family you couldn't wait to burn. You didn't leave the crown. You just traded stages. That's not liberation. That's running. Harry's face flushed. Running? I chose authenticity. I'd rather drift than rot in a prison of outdated rules. And you're a man past his prime, clinging to scraps of a career. The world's moved on, Johnny. Maybe you should too. Gasps. Joy muttered, oh boy. Johnny leaned forward, every syllable sharp as glass. The world moves on from everyone. When they move on from me, they'll still have films, music, a work that mattered. When they move on from you, they'll remember a headline. And headlines fade faster than ink. The audience erupted, half gasps, half applause. Joy tried to intervene, but Harry was shaking now. You think you're clever? He hissed. You're a broken man hiding behind eyeliner and scarves. You're a relic. Johnny's reply landed like a blade. And you're not free. You're a boy trading one stage for an author, still clapping for a last name. The world's only watching because of your bloodline. Harry slammed the table. I don't have to sit here and be insulted. He ripped off his mic, static cracking like thunder, and stormed off. Cameras scrambled, catching only the back of his head. Johnny sat, calm as stone, sipping his coffee. Guess the view got a little too real today, he murmured. The audience roared, part shock, part awe. Fade to commercial.